So I started, I think...
What's your name?
Sorry, my name is Frederik Heyman, yeah. I started 10 years ago, I think, or 12 years ago at the Royal Academy of Fine Arts in Antwerp. Studied graphic design, my first master degree. And after 4 years, I didn't feel the proper way to express myself in graphic design, and I wanted to find another media to express myself, and I went to study photography to kind of complete it. And in these last 2 years of photography, I kind of slowly went into the direction of fashion photography because of the students of the Fashion Academy in Antwerp. And out of this, it wasn't really the first intention to go into fashion, but out of this it kind of came rolling, and I found a nice way to express myself. It's like an extra, it's not only a personal work, but you have like extra elements as the fashion part, models, makeup and hair and sets, and it was a whole new world. It kind of challenges me at the same time. And out of this,
there were no models in the films.
And in this one, no, so that's a new change. Like for Momi, this was the collaboration. Like Momi was asked by Bulon to create 3 movies based on their archive, and then Katebo asked me if I could do this. But the challenge was that we couldn't use real models to the conservation of the clothes, and it was quite difficult because we would have hair and makeup, and we were like really historical pieces, so it was quite hard. So I asked my friend Wout, we worked before once, because I saw some personal work of him where he made scans of clothes and things, and kind of had them animated and moving. And for me, it made like the perfect match to this kind of obstacle for the moment, to kind of have the clothes moving in a video. And so we talked about things. We draw the whole concept, like how can we make like 3 movies, make them interesting, how to have the clothes scan in 3D, which is a quite new process, and to make it look real and exciting at the same time, because you don't have any movement, you don't have any model moving, you don't have any extra elements, so you need to build a whole world, and at the same time make it look realistic, which is quite of a challenge. So then we came up with,
So tell me about how you came up with the 3D scanning and how you made those.
It's a process I developed for David Klaarbout. He's a video artist from Belgium. The first time I did it, it was in August last year for a movie for him where we scanned people that we used in the movies.
When you scan people, you have to scan them from like every angle?
Yes, we take about 20 photos from every angle, and then they get processed by a computer, and then we have a 3D model.
So how did it work in this case?
We took, I think we took 2 more pictures from every, I think 72 pictures or something from every, from every piece.
Every historical piece.
And they get processed by the computer. I clean them up, and then we put them in a scene. We build a scene around them.
Yeah. And how'd you build those particular scenes? It was very monumental.
That was the first intention, right? Like I wanted to be like super dramatic at the same time, and big, impressive, and realistic, I think. And at the same point, we wanted to include the lights also as like the main like red line, red thread, do you say it in English? Throughout the whole things. So they need to have like neon lights, and the neon lights would cast the lights on the clothes, and by each scene it starts from really dark, like clair obscur, to a complete lit scene, and that was like the point. So,
and we also had a clear idea about how the music would sound. So every set was built around a certain idea about the music.
And like as well, like in the concept initially, it was like we had always like 3 historical pieces, which was a guideline for us. First one was like kind of in the industrial, like 1850, around that period. Then
did you have anything to do with picking them out, or Kat picked them out?
Yeah, we did it together. Like, Kat, of course, give like the first like step, and she like, do you like some? And then we kind of like look at like which are the easiest to scan, or which like would represent the best in a 3D scan. So we like color-wise and pattern-wise and this whole thing. So, but the nice thing was like they have their own world where they come from. Like the old ones have like this. To me, they feel like really dark and industrial, like this whole thing, like you can grasp. And this thing we try to reflect in the sets as well, like this dark industrial big scenes, like with a lot of metal and epic stuff.
Yeah.
And then, for example, we had the Dior dresses, like from around like 1920s, 30s, I think, was like super classy, dreamy, like lots of lights and sparkling stuff. And this we reflect in the sets as well, like these glass balls and huge things. And then it evolves into like more postmodern feeling, I think, and the music as well. So like more poppy colors, wooden textures, and the music evolves at the same time, like from a dark industrial sound, more bells and strings, and then to this more electronical mix, like suddenly. So it was this whole concept, and which kind of led to this whole movie.
So you're going to continue collaborating together in the future?
I think so.
It worked out quite well.
Yeah, I think it's. I mean, it's a nice way, no, to like to kind of show some ideas you want to show for us.
Sure.
Set-wise, light-wise, and I mean, it's quite some work though.
Yeah,
To do
it is.
but
How long did the whole process take?
I think we started scanning in July. Beginning of July. It took about a month to process them all, and then we built the suits for 2 months. I think.
Yeah.
Took about 2 months.
2 months, and then editing and color.
But it took a long time to render, so they took about a month to render all the scenes. So we had to work in advance.
You have to submit for the next edition of Asphalt.
Love to.
It's beautiful. I was really impressed.
Maybe we'll make a new one by then.
You have till June 30th anyway.
Okay, that's great.
So. And tell me about the film that was in the Modern,
The Modern Weekly with Lily McManamy. That was a shoot I did with Lotta Volkova, Adam, the stylist.
Yes, I know
we were
her.
commissioned for a Modern
Albert's ex-wife.
Sorry?
Albert Alban's ex-wife.
True, we work together quite often, and it works well. And then she asked me to do the Lily McManamy shoot, but it was quite short on time. So for me, it was like when it's short on time, I love to work like with 3D sets. And then I worked with the 3D designer Tim Lebac, and he does video at the same time. So we went to Paris to shoot it on a white background, and then I had this idea of like glass shapes and like these old 60s vases with the colors inside and the twirls, because I wanted to have the painted feeling, but painting with glass and the colors. So it's not just only paint, but more 3D feeling. And this is what I included in the pictures. Like this whole Tim made this 3D for me, and then at the same time Tim did in the video whole like 3D moving stuff and with Lily McManamy. She was amazing to work with. The way she moves and the whole attitude and the lips and how she.
Those lips.
Yeah, the lips are crazy.
I've never seen anybody.
They were burned on my eyes, I think, for 3 weeks after editing. So she was.
I mean, her lips are even more impressive than Mick Jagger's. They're like, wow, pillow lips.
Yeah, that's the thing. So
And how was it that Modern Weekly came to you? Because they commissioned the film, right?
Yeah, they commissioned the film. Yeah, it was through Lotta Volkova, because they're in contact. And Lotta invited
With
me.
Shawe Ye.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Great. So what's your next project?
Now we have a few things ahead. We're working as well now on a video for Wanda Nylon in Paris.
For?
Wanda Nylon. It's from Peter Bersch.
Okay, I know Peter
it's nice.
Bersch. I know him from when he was at a festival of Air.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, it was 5, 6, 7 years ago.
Well, we're doing this at the moment. And next to that, some upcoming projects. Yeah.
Great. You have a website?
I have one.
What's the address?
FrederikHeyman.com.
Can you spell it?
FREDERIK. Spelling in English. HEYMAN.com.
And do you have a website?
Yeah, it's Indianen. It's my company.
How do you spell it?
INDIANEN.BE.
Great, thanks.